And I think you did this very, very well, but there are some major composition errors in this. I'm going to just talk about lines of sight and composition. So, a really quick, easy way to make something look good in a painting is to just try to split the painting up in an interesting way. Corner to corner, triangle against triangle is really cool, but I wouldn't say it's the most interesting way to split it. This is the least interesting way to split it. This is equally as uninteresting. So when you have something like this, a cool little dynamic shape like that, it's going to help you sort out your subjects a lot easier. As for the secondary objects, where do I place the secondary objects? We go back to our spiral. Where would be a good spot on the spiral to add in another spiral, another interesting shape? So I think something like this would look really great. And then something placed here would look great. This area feels empty. And so if this looks good, it'll look good with characters in place. So as you can see, this dude here is a little bit too low. And he does not look like he's in a threatening pose. So one interesting way you could do this is just by having him start up higher and lower his head down threateningly. And that way he's still in that interesting spot. And maybe make him move forward a little. This guy seems scared, so I'm just going to get rid of him because you need to come up with a different thing to place here. Maybe a character that is equal in subject, so you would have an equally aggressive but kind of moving backward. You know, you got like a good gargoyle, and it's kind of like growling up this way, and its mouth is open. And it's also growling back at this one, and he kind of looks like he's backing up from this one. All right, so what we have now is foreground, middle ground, background. So you can have a bit more happening in the background as well. It doesn't have to end there. You can have another clash of forces somewhere in the background that's also fighting against each other. So you can have another kind of super force in the background. Maybe it's, you know, more hordes fighting against each other, and you organize it so now the line of sight is moving in this direction as well, which is really, really cool. So you've got 1, 2, and 3. All right, and that's really, really, really cool, and you can just kind of overlap them like that. All that's left for you to do now is clean up. It's just organizing things off a pre-designated line of sight. Okay, so a lot more organized. It's like 4 different paintings stacked on each other. You can literally just crop the painting in one direction on all sides, and it's just a different painting. It's like panels, right? Completely separated. Now, not so much. We have overlapping. Though everything has its own breathing room, things are still speaking to each other. I recommend more saturation on this half, though, because it's definitely, you know, a give and take when it comes to darker, evil kind of characters. You make up for what you don't have by saturating what you get. So all that flame, make it the best orange that's ever happened. If it has to be a dark half to the scene, make it the best orange, and I think that looks great. We need color on this fire. It looks like they're just booming out of a big flame explosion. Where these guys get light, you know, and a lot of cool tricks, these guys get saturation. And you still have that big far distant area there that you can fill in with another clash of another type of force.